communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits, first-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path, you can't sneak past. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, a change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy cereal? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. Science, that's how. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to... And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, make yourself at home. Captain?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. I've never been on a real ship before. Hello! I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwich. Mostly, yeah. He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. Yep, no. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower. And about a year. I tried to do more of the work. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects, or... Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker.
Can we chat? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson? I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Good luck, Captain.
Captain. Hey, Captain.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on... He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this... That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for... Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular... I meditated, led sermons... Thank you.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done some...
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't... Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. If I had to take a guess as to why, You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling. Much appreciated. Is there anything... The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the... Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the... Be seeing.
Carry on.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with. Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that...
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Some big shot down in Byzantium's holding auditions for a new adventure serial. So yay, another 6 of those next season. The radiators, they're and we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks per... All I know is we're cooking... That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge... Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years... It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. But if you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't... But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. There's nobody who... She doesn't come around here. What ain't I?
You know that sound when you snap? I got a full line of weapons.
Go back to Byzantium, you gold-plated bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are board property. First now,
I'm just gonna hang in the back and try not to touch anything.
Ah, yes. Wheeler messaged me you were coming. He must be the captain of the Unreliable, a vessel that used to be helmed by one Alex Hawthorne. And you are not he. Has something happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer? Oh no, this is terrible. My dear friend, what devilry is this? In whose miserable fever dream am I trapped? Oh, Alex. There were so many arguments we'd yet to have. He was my dearest friend. My only friend. You have his ship, you must know. That picture of us on the promenade, me hugging him, him wincing. I keep a copy beside my bed. Did he? Ah, that's just like him. Such a sentimental man. Tell me, how did he die? Oh, awful business that. But why? How? No. Best not to ask after the gory details. Right. You're going important places, I'm sure. Big, exciting, important places. There, I've removed the flag from your ship. I'm terribly sorry. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all? You haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a madman. Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to... Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional.
I know she's in there, Mpuru.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Dennison. Oh, and it's not the best choice. A lot of slogans. Heard of it? My orientation Aetherwave showed that...
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a spacious choice, Spirit. Take what you have, polish it up. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice consumer relation. I can see all of the top quality merchandise. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always... Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting... Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like... Trouble sleeping? Try... The blast will send you... Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Space... At Spacer's... Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make space? Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, if there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most. You do that? Good.
If it's between the unreliable...
How do you do? And welcome to... Sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind...
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. You've certainly been blessed with an abundance of sass, haven't you? But well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker. Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago. Can't say I know for sure.
Sounds like someone poking into somewhere they shouldn't be got into a spot of trouble.
Comm centers don't operate themselves, Captain.
Those corps are clever. You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less... Don't forget to come find old... Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson. You'll find her freighting in engineering. Want a charming cop...